Hello, so you're probably wondering why it is that we're holding these shot cases, glasses, cases, well...
Try that again.
Hi there, so you're probably wondering why it is that we're holding these shot glasses, or in Dave's case, the teacup. It's because we just watched a movie and we're completely hollowed inside.
And the only way to fill that void is with vodka.
So,
Whipped cream vodka.
cheers to you.
This is our happy hour.
So that that's out of the way. Today we're going to be talking about a movie called Kidnapped. 2010.
Spanish movie from Spain. I'm just going to dive right into the review. The directors and the writers' names I'm going to have listed along the bottom here. So I just want to dive right into this because this movie it took a shotgun to my fucking soul and blew it out the back of my ass. Alright, it starts off right away. You see a guy with a bag over his head, a plastic bag over his head. You see this in the trailer. That whole trailer that set the internet abuzz is the beginning of this movie. The first scene in this movie. And the guy gets up with the bag over his head and he runs out to the street and he gets hit by a car. And the guy's like, oh my god, what happened? And he takes out his cell phone. And and the guy gets on the phone and he calls his house and he's like, don't let anybody in if they come to the house. And the son's like, they're already here. They shot mom. Boom. Start of the movie. Now this first scene is completely irrelevant other than the fact that it kind of sets up the fact that it's a home invasion flick. But outside of that...
Yeah, no, it has no relevance to the rest of the movie whatsoever.
It has no bearing. Yeah, exactly. No bearing on the plot.
At the end, while Dave's like, Jaws, like, I kept going, what did the first part have to do with the rest of the movie?
What was the whole point of that first scene?
Yeah. So, that being said.
That being said. A family's moving into a new house, an isolated house, which, I mean, it's not that isolated. They're neighbors. I guess they can hear screaming and shit. They move into a new house. Nice, really big, nice house and shit like that. The girlfriend's like, oh, I have a date tonight. I don't want to stay home.
The daughter.
The daughter. What'd I say?
Girlfriend.
I said the girlfriend?
Yeah.
Oh.
The daughter, not the girlfriend.
Let's make pretend I said the daughter. So the daughter's like, I have a date tonight. And she's like, no, I want this to be a celebration. The mother's like, I need this to be a celebration. You know, we just moved into the house. This is the first night, yada, yada, yada. So, I guess the daughter winds up staying home.
The mother and father are talking, and wham, someone cracks in the window, and now we have the home invasion. One of the kidnappers, there's three of them, takes the father, you know, after they rough them up a little bit, and says, we're going to go to the ATMs and use all of the credit cards, you're going to max them out,
yep.
And if you cooperate and don't give me any kind of problems, everything will be fine. Because that always pans out.
Yeah, no, it always pans out well in these home invasion movies. So, you have the two crazy guys at home with the family now. And then you have the one guy traveling around to the ATMs.
Leave the one crazy guy. One guy was pretty normal and seemed like he just really wanted their money and that was it.
Yeah.
The other guy was obviously, ate fried short at a fucking Happy Meal.
Now, I can't be 100% certain, but I'm pretty sure these people were the movers. There's no big reveal and shit like that. It's not a big...
Yeah, we think they were.
Yeah.
We think they were. We're not 100% sure on that. But first of all, let me just commend all of the actors in this movie because the daughter herself, I don't think I've ever seen someone portray fear as good as this bitch did.
Yeah,
She looked terrified the entire movie.
Traumatized from beginning to end.
Yeah, she fucking rocked this role.
This movie did not let up for a second. I'm gonna be honest with you and shit, I love home invasion flicks. Home invasion is fucking scary.
Oh, I know, because it's...
And this is quite possibly, and don't quote me on this and shit, but this is quite possibly the greatest home invasion flick. Definitely the most terrifying one that I have ever seen.
Yeah.
Now, if movies like Red, White, and Blue and Eden Lake and left a sick feeling in your stomach...
Oh, this is gonna leave a hole.
This is gonna leave like a septum piercing hole that doesn't close up. She has her septum pierced. That's where that smile. that smile came from.
Anyway, like I feel like this probably is one of the best movies out of 2010 at this point. Definitely the best home invasion in a long time.
Yeah, there's a reason why this movie set the internet abuzz.
Yeah, we were really happy. Oh no, we were not happy when this ended. We were both like...
No, this is one of these movies where you will be screaming at the screen the whole fucking time.
Yeah.
This guy makes bad decision after bad decision, the father.
Yeah.
He makes bad decision after bad decision, everybody does.
And then when he has the opportunity to figure out that, like, shit's not going the way it's supposed to be going, he does nothing until the very end, which we'll see. But, like, even the mother and daughter, it was like, I felt like they, you know, they were terrified. You can understand the things that they've done, why, like, they did them and whatnot. But, like, the mother was a fucking hardcore bitch, man. I give her that, because she fucking... I felt like she was really the only one that was kind of fighting from the get-go.
No, we went on the pay-per-view and whatnot, and it says on the pay-per-view, warning, graphic violence, brutality.
And it is.
It is not fucking lying. Yeah. It is not lying in any direction, and this isn't like Red, White, and Blue, where it like took like a slow time to build up where it was going. Right out the fucking gate.
Yeah, it was
right from the gunshot. This movie did not fucking let up, did not stop for 1 second. The special effects were fucking brutal.
Yeah.
And the things that happened to this family were mind-blowing.
Yeah. It was... I mean, it was really remarkable. Like, it's just really one of those films where it leaves you angry, it leaves you sad, it leaves you, like, thinking, like, wow, these fucking filmmakers really knew their shit, the actors knew their shit. I mean, like I said, I would rate this one of the best movies of 2010 easily.
It definitely leaves you needing vodka. You're definitely going to need to drink vodka.
Keep in mind, this is like the third take, so we're a little fucking sloshed right now.
Yeah, that was the third shot and shit, so it's like my brain is not nearly as organized as it could be.
Yeah. So I'm going to give this movie a very well-deserved 10 out of 10.
No, I'm gonna say, and I really want to give it a 10 out of 10 because, I mean, a movie hasn't made me feel this sick since, even, I'll be honest with you, I love Red, White, and Blue, and we're going to have a review for that up soon. This movie made me feel even sicker than that. Even sicker than that.
Easily.
And it's like, the way it ends and shit like that, it literally ends in the middle of a brutality.
Yeah. So why aren't you giving it a 10 out of 10?
Okay, the reason why I'm not giving it a 10 out of 10, I don't know how the hell I got off subject and didn't. Okay, the reason why I'm not giving it a 10 out of 10, the way they didn't have any subtitles, they had it dubbed.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, and the way they had it dubbed was like, it was okay.
The volume and the dubbing was really off. Sometimes it would be really loud, and sometimes it would be like almost like, and then the second later, it would be like almost you couldn't hear it.
And it was always on scenes where the tension was
where it was
really
important
mounting.
Of the volume. The volume.
Yeah.
But see, I'm not...
Like, all of a sudden, a scene would start getting really tense, and then all of a sudden the volume would go really low, and it wasn't on purpose.
Yeah, no, it was just bad dubbing.
I feel like it was, like, bad editing on their part, where they felt like the tension was getting too loud, maybe it was fucking with the sound systems or some shit, so they lowered it, but it actually did kind of have an effect on the movie, in my opinion, anyway. You know, and I had another complaint and shit like that, but after 3 shots of vodka, I can't even remember what the hell the complaint was.
Seriously, my only complaint, and I'm still gonna stand by my 10 out of 10, because it was such a minor complaint.
Powerful movie.
Was at the beginning had no real relevance to the movie.
Oh yes, that's
and
right.
I felt that almost took away from it a little bit because
it undermined the tension.
The whole time I'm going like, well, where the fuck is the boy?
Yeah, right from the beginning. Yeah, exactly. You keep wondering about that first scene, and then you realize that was just another family entirely. So don't go thinking that first scene has anything to do with anything.
It really doesn't. I don't know if like
the
that scene. Yeah, if they decided to go in a different direction. That was how it was going to be, and they just said, fuck it, we're going to go somewhere else with this. But
I felt like the filmmakers created that first scene almost to kind of like to generate a buzz on the internet,
maybe.
And then it just had nothing. It had no.
I mean, we have no idea, honestly, but like it didn't take away enough for it for me to deduct anything. And the volume thing Dave was talking about, the dubbing factor, also just in how powerful this movie was, and very seldomly do I leave a movie being like, the fuck, like that was fucking terrible. I don't really feel too much. I'm just not a very emotional person, so I gotta tell you, like. This is a must-see. You have to see this.
Dude, if you have the IO, I don't know if you have the
I'm sure because it's IFC, it's also on IFC demand, I'm pretty sure.
Yes, it's on IFC. Same day as theaters, the IFC thing that they have going on the pay-per-view, the IO.
So
you need to see it as soon as possible.
Yeah, do yourself a favor and see it. I'm definitely going to be buying this.
Don't even bother waiting for it to come out on DVD. Yeah. Don't even wait for it to come out on DVD. See it as soon as you fucking can.
So,
of course, right in the middle of this review, this asshole just upstairs decides, oh, I'm going to take a shower.
Yeah, so neuter and spay your showering neighbors. Thanks a lot, guys.
Moral of the story. I need to tell you the moral of the story. Don't be a pussy.
Yeah.
Seriously, if there is a weapon anywhere within your vicinity, like we have a knife right in our, like, I'm not going to tell anybody where it is, but we have a knife right by somewhere in our bedroom and whatnot, and it fits perfectly
in a neck.
In any given neck. Any neck, it will fit right in, and it will end the home invasion thing like that.
Yeah, you know.
So I want to agree with her, 10 out of 10, and I really, because it was such a fucking powerful movie, and I rarely use the word fucking powerful and shit like that, but this movie, man, it literally just took me and it just kept smashing me in the fucking skull. End of the movie, I'm sitting next to her like, I couldn't stop saying wow.
Yeah.
I kept saying wow.
Your head just like jaw dropped. It was actually kind of funny. So anyway, because we're probably
shit.
just going wow, wow, wow now.
I need fucking surgery to put my jaw back up where it was. I mean, the head crushings, the throat slashings, the other things that happen. I really don't want to ruin too much. You need to see this fucking movie fucking immediately.
So 10 out of 10. Neuter and spay your showering neighbors.
Don't be a pussy.
Assholes. And don't be a pussy.
Don't be a pussy. If you have a weapon in your house and shit, and somebody does a home invasion, you do some shit like this. Or if you're feeling particularly violent, some shit like this. Point is, you don't fuck around.
Take the New York motto, don't be a pussy.
Yeah, exactly.
Thanks for watching.
This is Horror Happy Hour, and, you know, take some safety precautions against fucknuts.
Yeah, because the world is filled with assholes.
Yeah, the whole world is filled with assholes. You'd think that the world was a giant fucking bathroom.
Anyway, have a good night, and thanks again for watching. Peace out. Wow. The world is filled with... I'm getting a little angry there, huh? A little
the movie,
upset?
no, I was screaming.
Okay, let's shut the video down.
I was screaming at the fucking screen the whole fucking time. I was like,
I know I was...
Kill this motherfucker!
I was here watching it with you.